Would you rather step out your front door and walk to your favorite local cafe? Or drive through iron gates onto 10 acres of total privacy with nothing but trees and open sky in every direction? That is not a hypothetical question in Greenwich. It is the actual decision high net worth buyers are making right now. And the answer says more about how you want to live than how much you want to spend. Today, I am comparing two of the most distinct lifestyles in Greenwich, Connecticut. Old Greenwich, the walkable village where community and connection drive everything, and Conyers Farm, the gated backcountry enclave where privacy and space are the entire point. Same town, completely different worlds. I am Charles Nedder, a realtor here in Greenwich, Connecticut, and I work with buyers choosing between these two lifestyles more often than you might think. By the end of this video, you will have a clear picture of what daily life actually looks like in each of these neighborhoods, what you are gaining and giving up with each choice, and how to figure out which one fits the way you actually want to live. Let us start with Old Greenwich because this is the neighborhood that surprises a lot of relocating buyers. When people think of Greenwich, they often picture large estates and long driveways. Old Greenwich is the opposite. It is a compact, walkable village built around Sound Beach Avenue and the Metro North train station. You have coffee shops, restaurants, local boutiques, and a genuine neighborhood feel where you run into people you know. The train to Manhattan is right in the center of the village. Greenwich Point, which locals call Todd's Point, is minutes away. It is one of the most beautiful public parks in Connecticut, about 147 acres of beaches, trails, and waterfront. This is a place where your car is optional on the weekends and your kids ride their bikes to the ice cream shop. Now here is what makes Old Greenwich different from other high-end neighborhoods. The lot sizes are compact by Greenwich standards. You are not on 2 acres with a buffer of trees between you and your neighbor. You are on a 1/4 acre or a 1/2 acre with white picket fences and sidewalks and a front porch that faces the street. And that is the point. The proximity is not a compromise. It is the product. Families here want to be seen. They want their kids playing with the neighbors. They want to walk to dinner on a Friday night and bump into 3 people they know on the way. For active professionals and young families relocating from Brooklyn or the Upper West Side, Old Greenwich feels like the neighborhood they left, just with more space and easy access to requested schools and sandy beaches. Now let us talk about Conyers Farm because it is a completely different conversation. Conyers Farm is one of the most exclusive gated communities in the country. Forbes has ranked it among America's most private residential enclaves. It sits in backcountry Greenwich, across nearly 1,500 acres of rolling fields, woodlands, and trails. The minimum lot size is 10 acres. There are roughly 60 home sites in the entire community. You enter through a gate with 24-hour security. The roads are private. The Greenwich Polo Club is right there. This is an equestrian-oriented community where your nearest neighbor is not visible from your front door. And this is the part that defines the Conyers Farm buyer. You are not buying a house. You are buying disappearance. You are buying the ability to come home, close the gate, and exist on your own terms without anyone knowing you are there. There are no sidewalks. There is no village center. There is no bumping into your neighbor at the cafe. That is not a limitation. For the buyer who wants Conyers Farm, that is exactly the appeal. These are people who have spent their careers in the public eye, whether in finance, entertainment, or business. And what they value most at home is the one thing money can rarely buy in the New York metro area, which is genuine privacy. So the question becomes, how do you decide? And this is where I see buyers get it wrong. They start with the house. They compare square footage, finishes, price per acre. But the house is not the decision. The lifestyle is the decision. If you are someone who draws energy from community, who wants your kids embedded in a neighborhood, who values walkability and convenience, Old Greenwich is going to make you happy in ways that a 10-acre estate never will. And if you are someone who needs decompression, who wants land and silence and the ability to host on your own terms without the world watching, Conyers Farm offers something that almost nowhere else in the tri-state area can match. Here is what I tell every buyer who is weighing these two worlds. Spend a Saturday in each one. Walk Sound Beach Avenue in Old Greenwich at 10 in the morning, then drive through Conyers Farm at the same time. The one that makes you exhale is the one that fits. Here's the bottom line. Greenwich is one of the few towns in the country where you can choose between a walkable village lifestyle and a completely private gated estate community within the same zip code. Neither one is better. They are fundamentally different answers to the same question, which is, how do you want to live when you are not working? Getting that answer right is more important than any other decision you will make in your home search. If you are trying to figure out which Greenwich lifestyle fits you, give me a call or text me at 203-524-4303. I will walk you through both sides and help you find the neighborhood that actually matches how you want to live. I am Charles Nedder from Greenwich, Connecticut. I will see you in the next one.